Obviously, I'm not going to be in this outfit, but you know. What's up, guys? It is graduation season. It's also prom season, so if you're going to prom, maybe you want to do this look for that too. You know, this is not strictly for graduation, but I'm graduating this year. If you're graduating, congratulations. If you are graduating, this is a look that you could do. This is a look that I might do. I'm going to try one more look and then kind of decide. I'll have that up soon also. Disclaimer also, I'm not graduating in this outfit. Like, okay, nah, that's not happening. But I'm comfy and I have to go to the mall, so keep on watching. I'll head to the mall while you watch. Alrighty, so I have my eyebrows on. Now I'm going to go in and prime my eyelids. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Photo Ready Candid Antioxidant Concealer in the shade 022. I'm going to set that down with some loose finishing powder. In this case, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder in the shade 10, which is Fair Light. I used a generous amount so that everything would blend out really nicely on top of it. I can't record the downstairs neighbors or bumping music. I'm literally looking at the like decibels range on the viewfinder, and they've turned it up higher. We're going to be using the Glen Coco and Morphe palette today. If you've seen some of my other videos, or if you know me in person, I use a lot of dark greens and blues and whatever on my face, on my eyes. So to get into the smokiness of it, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Maybelline Lasting Drama Waterproof Gel Pencil in 601 Sleek Onyx. And I'm just going to focus it right at the ends and immediately go in and kind of blend it outward. I want to blend it out and leave enough space for me to go back in with other colors in a lighter shade right here, aka the green. And it's okay if this isn't perfect because we're gonna go over where I'm gonna do it to the other side. Remember not to drive it too far up and too far out either. We're kind of just creating a dark base. I'm gonna grab this shade right here, which tells you to shut the heck up. It's literally called Shh. I'm gonna buff that into the crease. Buff this in right up top. If you have a higher crease, it'll be where your crease is. If you have a lower crease like me, it'll be above that. I am going to bring the shade all the way in from the outside to the inside. So my graduation gown is green. That's another reason I wanted to do the green for this look. It was a little bit harsh right here, so I'm just going to try to blend the black eyeliner a little bit back. How's this angle working out? This is like a new setup, so I don't know how this looks. If you guys have any suggestions on setting up or what angle I should do, just let me know. Can't tell if you can see like my eyes clearly from where I am, but yeah. To me, it's looking pretty blended out, pretty even on both sides. I'm going to go in next with the shade Inside Job. And we're going to build this up and then go in with the black, which is Temptress. So on a little bit of a smaller brush, I'm going to go in with the Inside Job. And we're going to put this down right where that black pencil originally was. And basically do the same motion of bringing it slightly up, slightly forward, and slightly back. So like I was saying, my cap and gown is green, so I don't want to over green it. I'm probably actually just going to focus the green out here and then cover it with black anyway, and then in here we'll do like a shimmer. So I'm just building the color up so that you can tell it is green. Do the same with this eye, of course. With an even smaller brush, this one's just going to be a flat liner brush. I'm just going to grab Temptress, which is that black, and just go kind of like this. I'm such a fan of like liners, so I have to try to force myself not to do liner all the time. So this is going to kind of deepen it up. So what I did is just put like a tiny little triangle shape, like so, right at the end of my eye. For me, based on my eyes, it just so happens to be where the crease is. Of course, what you do to one eye, you must do to the other most of the time. The green needs to get blended out a little bit here, so just give me a second. Okay, since we're not bringing the green any further in, I want to go in a little bit shimmery, so I'm going to take Trickery right here, just on the same brush I was using, and focus this on the inner half of the green that we put on, so like here forward. Alright guys, no liner for this look, I'm doing it. So we're literally almost done. I'm going to take this brush, I didn't add anything to it, I'm just going to use whatever brown or what's on it and go over and blend everything up top. With my finger, I'm going to dip into Power Cut right here, this pretty little shimmery, like bronze, but not that bronze type of a shade, and just put that on my lid. It's like super silver bronze, can you tell? And this is not even wet. If you want to do it wet, go for it. I typically don't like to do wet just because it can mess with like the formula. I'm going to go back in with the brush that we used for the green and kind of just make sure the shimmer blends out right there. Taking the brush we used for the brown, just making sure the shimmers fade out right here. And doing that to the other eye. The music started again, but it's not as bassy this time, so I think we can get through it. We're kind of far also to stop. Now that we blended a lot of it away, just go back in right at the inner corner, right at the first third of the eyelid, not to interfere with any of the areas that's already been blended out. It's so crazy because when I look at it in the viewfinder, it doesn't look like, I want to toot my own horn or nothing, but it doesn't look as good as like in person. Like this looks so nice and like deep or whatever, but you can't really tell that on camera. Oh well. So let's go into my mascara. I'm going to grab my Shiseido eyelash curler and just curl the lashes up. This is not the Shiseido, this is the Shumura one. I like to do my lashes one at a time to ensure my lashes don't fall down in the process. This is the Maybelline Total Temptation Mascara in Waterproof. While these lashes dry, I'm going to go into the other side. So this eye should be pretty dry now. I'm going to go in with my Flower Beauty Lash Warrior mascara. The effect this thing has on my lashes is so subtle. Like it barely adds any volume and it barely does anything. It just makes it a little bit darker and a little bit like fluttery looking. And that little bit just makes such a difference. I'll let that dry. And while we wait for that to dry, I'm actually going to go into the face now. I'm going to go ahead and prime my face with the Physicians Formula Spotlight Illuminating Primer with Age Defying Agents or whatever. I'm going to use this on like the outer areas. Well, everywhere except for near my nose, really. I use this to kind of also smooth away any of the green that might have gotten onto my face. Or fallen onto my face, I guess. You can also use a makeup wipe to do it, but we left the nose bare because I'm going to go in with the COVERGIRL The Cover X. I left the nose bare because I'm going to go in with the Cover FX Blurring Primer with just a teeny tiny amount because I'm just going over the nose with it. And this is because my pores are the biggest here. While I did the priming, my lashes are probably dry now, so I'm going to let the primer settle in a little bit. So I'm going to go in with the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. This will be my final mascara, promise. This one just adds so much volume, and on top of the fluttering effect that the Flower Mascara did, it's amazing. Go. Lashes are on. I'm just gonna go back into the rest of my face, and then we'll finish up the liner or the eyes. So for foundation, I couldn't decide what I wanted to use. If I wanted to use the NARS Natural Radiant Long Wear Foundation, because I especially love this for like long wear, but I have really been loving the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation up to 12-hour fresh wear. I've really been liking this. I've been mixing the shade 430 and 455, and despite really liking the NARS one, since I'm using this right now, mostly, I'm going to go ahead and go in with this. I put about 1 puff beach, but that's going to be way too much. Lately, I've been focusing my foundation on the outsides of my face and then working inward because the pores around my nose and like eyes get clogged very, very easily. So I try to work my way inward. For that reason, I've been using a brush to do my foundation recently. So I'll buff it out down the neck. Up here. Get rid of the zit I had up there. Less red between the brows. Okay. And now with what's left on my brush, I'm just gonna buff my nose, get rid of that redness, and then under my eyes. So to admit, there is a flaw with this method of application. And it's that I look super tired sometimes because I'm not going in with an extra concealer or even full foundation forces. That would be my superhero group because I'm trying to keep this area with the least amount of face product as possible because I've been getting clogged pores right here too. Normal people would probably go in with a concealer now under the eyes and all of that and on the nose, but like I said, I'm trying to keep that area a little bit less plugged up, congested. But I am going to go ahead and start setting down some areas. In this case, I'm going to be using the Cover FX Perfector Face Palette in the shade Light Medium. I got this in my BoxyCharm and I cannot stop using this. I love this. I'm going to go in with the finishing powder on a big fluffy brush. Got this brush the same month as I got this in BoxyCharm. I'm going to be using this and just patting it on my forehead. This like mattifies you but doesn't make you matte. It's got like the tiniest amount of like glitter and shine so that you don't look matte, but you also don't get as oily. I'm going to leave my cheek areas still kind of like tacky because I'm going to go in with the contour and blush and highlight. Before I do that though, I'm going to quickly go in and finish up the lower lash line. And taking that flat liner brush that we used earlier, I'm going to go into Trickery, which was the shimmery green, and get that on the outer lash line. Sorry, I do kind of have to look down for this, but so that I can expose my lower lash line without having to tug on any skin. Alright, and then to go into the inner corners and the lower third of the lash line. Sorry, Cooper's like chewing on his foot. Okay, I'm going to go back into, what was this, Power Cut? Pop that right here. And then connect the two with the inner corner. To finish up the lash line, I am going to go in with some mascara down there, and it's going to be the Maybelline Total Temptation one again. I just do this very carefully because the brush is kind of big. I'm going to get real close to the mirror, so I'll see you after. Okay, you can barely tell that did anything because I have such small lower lashes. I didn't record that at all. Are you serious? Alright, so apparently none of that recorded, and I gave you some information there. Apparently, like, I got a phone call from my boyfriend and it stopped recording, so like, he's sabotaging me. What I did was go in with the CoverFX Perfector Face Palette in the shade Light Medium. I went in with the contour shade right over here. I did say contour what you need to contour, what you feel like you want to contour. For me, that is the cheekbones, and then I actually drag it up like right here, if you can tell, like this area. I feel like my face is a little bit wider, so I do that. Do a little bit on the jaw, just a tiny bit on the forehead, and then my nose. I did go in with a very glowy blush because I love a glowy blush. I've been so like intent on blushes being glowy as opposed to matte, and I thought I would hate that. So look at me glow and grow. Anyway, this is the Bang Beauty Smoked Peach blush. It is so pretty and it's so like glowy. You can't tell that I have it on, but if I put any more on, I'll be a little too pink and too glowy. And then I did go in with my highlighter, in which case I used this. I used the brightener right on my nose and this mixed with the brightener on the cheekbones. Then I went back in with the brightener on the inner corners. What I was saying in the information I would have given you earlier that I now have to repeat is that I used a brush like this. This is the Moda brush. I have R and L Moda. I have no idea like what the name of it is, but it's like a soft highlight because there's so much space between the bristles. Like there's so much like air between the bristles. It looks super fluffy, right? But there's not that many bristles, and what that does is essentially like even if you build and build and build a highlight, it'll look soft. Like even if it's like striking, it's still gonna look kind of softish. You'll see my nose is very, very bright, but everything else is like kind of like a soft highlight, you know? For my lips, I'm gonna go in with the CoverGirl. There are no shades or no names on this. This is like the 24-hour like lipstick that they have or whatever. I was gonna go in with my Essell liquid lipstick, high definition liquid lipstick, but I use that way too much, so. Once this dries up a little, I'm going to go in with the stick to kind of set everything down. No lip liner involved because I'm going to go eat right after graduation, and I don't want like lip liner only because the rest of the lipstick's going to get eaten off. Obviously, I'm not going to be in this outfit, but you know. Alright, well that completes this look. Throw on some freaking setting spray though, because you don't want that face melting off. I'm going to be using my Urban Decay setting spray, of course. That is my go-to for days I need my makeup to last. And have a great freaking graduation. Congratulations on graduating. If you're not graduating, you'll get there one day. And if you're not going to get there one day, do what you gotta do. I love you all, okay? And have a good day. Thanks. I don't know why I got so preachy there for a second. Click down below for some links click here to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.